Hey, welcome back guys to part 8. So in Act 2 now, and quite an emotional scene we just witnessed. I don't want to dwell on that too much because it might bring back some bad memories. But to begin with, just head over here and talk to Squire. We can now increase our relationship with all the different party members. So at the moment you can only do a Squire. So talk with him guys and you go up to relationship level 1. You have to get all the relationship up to level 7, which is max, in order to get a trophy. And just before our first battle in this video, I'm just going to go over the build, spend a few minutes going over the build for you, and hopefully it'll be long enough and I can explain what I need to for you to fully understand it. So yes, go through all dialogue. I'm picking all the top options. There is a part near the end of Marlell's relationship where you have to pick a specific option or it will not increase, but most of the others I don't think the choice matters. But if you do want to make sure you're picking the same ones as me, just in case, pick the top options. Otherwise I will tell you to pick something else. So always pick top options with relationship. So once Esquire is on relationship level 1, we're going to come to the curator and we're going to upgrade Marlell's medallion weapon to the max level we can at the moment, which is probably level 9. So yes, increase that to level 9 because that's probably the only weapon we're going to be keeping in terms of all the different weapons on all the different party members. All the rest will kind of be changing weapon as we get better ones. So yes, just increase the weapon level to level 9 of a medium with Marlell. So now come in to upgrade the resources, and we're going to upgrade the energy tint and the revive tint, and we're going to increase everybody's lumina to 35. Yes, increase everybody's lumina level to 35. That's it. I'm not sure who you're going to be wanting to use. That's why I've just did everybody's. I mean, you always want Verso and Marlell, but in terms of do you want Sile or Looney, I'll leave that up to you. So next up, over to the flag. I'm going to increase the might of everybody still. I'm still getting good gains from it. That's why I'm still going with might, of course. Go with something else if you want to, but it works for me. And once gone with might, we want to unlock Verso's break skill. It's this one down here, the Radiant Slash. Yes, unlock the Radiant Slash. You always want at least one break skill with each party member. So unlock Radiant Slash with Verso, and also unlock Phantom Blade with Sile. Phantom Blade, that's her break skill. You want to try to go for the ones which cost the least. So with Sile at the moment, this one costs 5, and with Verso's his costs 2. Once done all that, over to the campfire guys and go to sleep. Once you wake up nice and fresh in the morning, rise and shine, yes, you'll get a new Esquire ability, Swim. So you can now swim around the various oceans. You still can't quite get everywhere. There'll be like corals blocking certain paths, but yes, there's a lot more exploration opportunities available. But what we're going to do first, we're going to kind of come east a little bit and then south. We're going back down to the beach. I'm just going to decrease my brightness slightly. So it's mega bright now when you're swimming. Yeah, so going back down to that beach where the Carody merchant was. This beach here near Stonewave Cliffs. See that guy there? Just pop there guys. Come through this from earlier. And at this fork, we're now going to go right. We're doing this, by the way, to get some lost gestrels. And I'll explain about that in a minute. But first, let's go over our build. So all this is listed in my text guide. I'm just going to do this slow so you can see. I'm just going to read here what I've wrote down actually, so it'll be easier. So this is no required build. This is what I'm going with. If you want to go with something similar to me, you can do so. Okay, so I'm going to unequip all the Pictos. So it's going to be easier for you to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to unequip all the Pictos and everything else. Okay, so the Lumina, you want to know everybody. Not Pictos, Lumina. So Lumina you want, these are your main ones. You want Augmented Counter 1. You want Augmented Attack. You want Versatile. And you want Roulette. This is mainly to increase your base attack damage, to make your free aim do more shots, and of course Roulette will kind of make you do much more damage. It won't always give you good rolls, sometimes you'll do a little bit less, but most of the time we'll be doing loads of damage. So your main Pictos on everybody, 4 Lumina on everybody. Yes, quite confusing. So 4 Lumina, Augmented Counter 1, Augmented Attack, Versatile and Roulette. I'm going to equip them on everybody. And then I'll show you some optional Lumina, which can just make your build a bit stronger. There are other things we could equip if we wanted, but I'm just going with what I've currently got. With 35 Lumina points, you should be able to equip most of these. Right, so that is all the permanent Lumina you kind of want at the moment. Right, now we'll go with the optional ones, which will make it stronger. So we've got Dead Energy 2, Augmented Aim, Breaking Shots, Marking Shots, and Perilous Parry. Of course, Perilous Parry, it will double the damage you receive, so it's up to you if you want to equip that. But it makes it so you get more AP when you parry attacks. All the rest are Energy 2, so when you've got multiple enemies, you'll get more AP back. Augmented Aim, so your free aim does more shots. Breaking Shots, so you do a bit more. That one only costs 1 Lumina point, and it makes it so you do more break damage on your shots. And Marking Shots, it gives your shots 20% chance of marking an enemy, which of course will increase your damage on the next attack. So yes, that's the optional ones. So again, I'll just mention it again in the commentary, you can see me doing it. So optional optional Lumina, I need to keep trying not to get them mixed up. Optional Lumina, Dead Energy 2, Augmented Aim, Breaking Shots, Marking Shots, and Perilous Parry. These are the optional ones. Of course, if you've got much more Lumina points than me, you can equip something else, which will increase that build. Remember, we're going with base attack and free aim. That's what we're working on. Right, so next up, now we're going to go with the Pictos. So your weakest party member, I'm going with Sile, Verso, and Milo. So your weakest party member, you want to put Exposing Attack Pictos on them. And you also want to make them the fastest. What Exposing Attack does, your base attack applies Defenseless for 1 turn. So when you attack the enemy, that's going to apply Defenseless, which means they'll take 25% more damage, which means the next 2 party members will do more damage. So you put that on your weakest member, because of course you want to be increasing the attack of the strongest ones. That's why we put it on the weakest. And you want to make them the fastest so that they go first and cast Defenseless on the enemy. So on that character, which put Exposing Attack on, also put on 2 other Pictos which have the most speed on them to of course make them faster. And when you put Pictos on the others, with the other 2, I'm mainly just going with Pictos which need mastering. So any Pictos which need mastering, that's what the other 2 are for. And if none need mastering, then again just put anything on them which can increase the speed or increase the damage they might do. But remember, always keep that weakest person with Exposing Attack the fastest member. You want them to go first. It won't always work. I'm not sure what it is sometimes, but some duels it won't work that way. But most of the time, that fastest member will go first. And then once that's all set up, you want to keep the fastest party member active and then unequip the other 2. And then equip them both back again. And that should make it so that fastest one is number 1, because that can also affect who goes first. So you always want the fastest party member to also be the one on the left of the duel arena once you spawn in, to be kind of number 1 in the party list. And they should always go first, unless, like I say, there's specific battles where a specific character might go first. Yeah, I'm not sure why it happens yet. I'm going to try to keep more observant on that to try and figure out why it happens. But yes, and as for weapons, like I say, Milo wants the medium. She always wants that weapon equipped because it makes her start in Virtuose Dance, where she does 200% more damage. Then the other 2, you just kind of be dynamic with the weapons. So yeah, you see here, I just unequipped everybody except for Sile, and then equip the other 2 quickly. And that's it for the build, guys. So like I say, I've explained it more in the text guide if you just want another rundown on that in text which you can read. So come down here, attack the enemies to get first strike. Try to get rid of the 2 weakest enemies first. I'm going to get rid of this one. And when it comes to Sile's attack, when it comes to a base attack, because the base attack is going to apply Defenseless on somebody, what I try to do is on a base attack, attack the strongest enemy. So I've just casted Defenseless on that strongest enemy in the middle. And then do this, we'll just focus on the weak enemies, get them killed. That's it. Remember, when you do kill an enemy, you'll get 3 ability points back, so it allows you to keep shooting your weapon. And this enemy, if you remember the Burgeon from, what's this guy in the Flying Waters? I think he was. So remember, he's always going to eat a party member on his first turn, and you need to break him in order to make him drop him. But I think when he eats the second one, it happens when his break gauge is full. When his break gauge is full and the turn comes back around with him, he'll eat a second one. So you have to make sure your first turn, when his break gauge is full, that you break him. Otherwise, he's going to eat your second party member. But because you've got a break ability on everybody, you should have a means to do that. So yes, all I'm doing, guys, just shoot all your bullets, attack. Shoot all your bullets, base attack. This will get even stronger later. What I like about this is you can have all 3 party members alive. You can equip 2 of your party members just with Pictos you want to master. It's not like you need to have every single slot full with like a specific Pictos, or you have to be solo or something like that. Because when party members are dead, their Pictos doesn't master, I don't think. It doesn't go up, and they get less experience. So yeah, I'm not bothering with them solo builds or anything like that at the moment. This works really well. And because it's base attack, you've always got the means to do it. It's not like you need ability points to cast a specific skill. You can always do a base attack. So yeah, I broke him. Like I say, if I didn't break him on that turn, he would have probably eaten the second person. But yeah, he's gone now. Yeah, he's going to be gone after this turn. Yeah, I could have got this Lost Gestural before we went into Stonewave Cliffs. But I just want to come now when you're a bit stronger, so this fight don't take us long. So yes, beating them, it will upgrade your augmented counter. It will upgrade that Pictos, not give you a new one, it will upgrade it. You'll get a new weapon, and then straight after that, come around here to the right, guys, and get Lost Gestural number 2. So Lost Gestural number 2. Yes, and you'll see in this next area we're going into, guys, I pretty much kill all the enemies before they even get a chance to have a turn. Yes, and at that back there is another Pictos. So at the back was the Healing Parry Pictos. So grab the Lost Gestural number 2, the Healing Parry Pictos at the back, and then come back to the beach, guys, back into the water. And now we're going to go and get a 3rd Lost Gestural. We want to get the Paint Spike ability as soon as we can. And in order to unlock it, you have to find 4 Lost Gestrals. The earliest you can get the 4th is it's probably going to be in video 10, I think. Yeah, but if you have not got 4 Gestrals, you can't get it, and it means you have to backtrack to get all these. So that's why we're doing it now, guys. So yes, go back to that small island. That's where we are. So back to that small island where we gain control when you first started Act 2. Come to the west. You come to this like white island with white trees. Come onto the land, come into this little area, and in here you'll find a journal entry, journal number 36, and just next to it, guys, is a record. Yes, the honeymoon in Lumia's. So grab that record, honeymoon in Lumia, and also grab journal 36. Once you've got them 2 items, come out, then kind of head southwest, I believe we're going. Yes, head southwest, and there's Lost Gestural number 3. Yep, so grab Lost Gestural number 3, guys, and just nearby you'll find another Pictos Shared Care. So yes, grab that Pictos, and now we're going to carry on with the main story. So we kind of need to go northeast from where we are now, but to make it easier to see where we're going, I'm just going to go back to that small island where we gain control after starting Act 2. Then we're just going to go dead north, and I'll take you to the next area. So remember, if you have not got anything to master, and you just equip any Pictos you want on your 2 strongest members, just make sure their speed is not faster than that party member with exposing attack. Yeah, make sure it's not faster. And this next area, by the way, we're going to get a Pictos, which makes it so you do 2 base attacks at once, which is really nice. And another Pictos, which is going to again increase your damage by 50%. So just getting stronger and stronger as we go forward. So yes, go straight north from that small island. Here we are, the Forgotten Battlefield. And on the left of the gate will be a Colour of Lumina. So grab that and go through the main gate, guys, to carry on with the next main story area. Yes, the Forgotten Battlefield. So once you come in here, first thing you're going to get is a tutorial. And If you've got the right build, you can kill this enemy with the first attack. The first tutorial attack will kill him. So you've got a new counter attack now, where you press R2. Yeah, a gradient counter. Yeah, almost got him, lucky. So gradient counter now. You know when you can do that because you'll see that kind of like ripple effect around the enemy. Yeah, that like water ripple effect around the enemy. That means you have to press R2. Just make sure you're ready. But you can normally tell it's kind of quite easy to see like a jump attack. Right, he's dead already before they even got a chance to finish the tutorial. And after that fight, for some reason, you always have Lune in your party. Yeah, after that fight, it'll always be Lune, and Verso. So I'm just going to switch back to Sile, because that's who I'm going with. Like I say, it doesn't really matter if you want to go with Sile or Lune, it's up to you.
One thing at a time.
Right, and carry on forward. Yeah, so right at the end here, near that big gate you can see in the distance, it's going to be your first flag. These enemies here can seem quite strong to begin with. But if you've got similar build to me, remember this build is on easy as well, so it might not work the same on high difficulties. That's just something you have to deal with yourself. Yeah, so here's your first flag, the main gate. Yeah, so these enemies, they're resistant to dark, but weak to light, I believe. Most of the enemies in this area. I mean, some resistance to dark, so you want to try not to have any weapons which have the dark element. Yeah, and just upgrade your attributes again, the might. Yeah, because Sile's got mainly dark weapons, just make sure she hasn't got a dark weapon equipped. It's got a different element. Yeah, grab that polished chroma catalyst up on that walkway on the right. Come down here, guys, to find another enemy. I'm going to engage him. So that enemy on the right, on the left, the Shalia enemies, their weak point is their face, and it looks like you don't hit it, but you do. You know when you've hit it because you'll see like there'd be like a white burst coming from the face when you hit it. There it is. See that? Like a white burst of gas coming from it. That's when you know you hit a weak point. And the weak point is always there. It's not like on some of the enemies where you can only hit it once. Their weak point is always there. It's quite tricky to hit. I missed it again. Missed it. Yeah, so it's quite tricky to hit the weak points. Because it's got to be in that very small spot between their kind of like hood. Just in that bit of mesh on their face. But yes, you get another Pictos when you beat him. And you get a new weapon. So I'm going to equip that one because it's just got a physical element, not dark. And I need to, of course, equip this new Pictos so it gets mastered. What you might want to do with your two strongest members, which you're using to level up Pictos, you might want to make it so they've still got like one Pictos on them which has a lot of speed on them. Yeah, don't just like put all the Pictos on one which you're mastering and make that character really slow. You still want to keep them quite high, but of course just not as high as the fastest, weakest member. Well, I'm going to engage this guy next. And we're actually taking the first path on the left from that one you initially came in on. We're going to take the first path on the left. And it's like circular, roundabout type area. So that enemy on the left, the Trumpet, we actually fought him as a boss much earlier in the game. His attacks are very similar. Yeah, so we're going to take this path, guys. Yes, so it's kind of northwest. I just put my compass on there for a moment. Yes, get rid of them really quick. This is what most battles are going to be like. Get rid of the enemies before they even get a chance to have a turn. Right, once beat him, come to the far end here on the right. And around the corner. That is mega dark on my screen. Yeah, you get colour of Lumina. And then go back to the recent fork. And then take the remaining path along here. Yeah, so at the end here, you're going to find one of these enemies. These enemies look massive, but it's just that Chalia enemy. So remember, they've got a weak point on their face. Get rid of the weakest enemy first. But remember, when you're using that base attack on that enemy with the exposing attack Pictos, try to use a base attack on the strongest enemy so they get cast. You see on the bottom, they got defenseless active. So we're going to do 25% more damage. Right, once you kill them, up on this walkway, you'll find another colour of Lumina.
What have we here?
Grab that, and then come up the steps to the upper floor, and you'll find a group of 3 enemies. Right, yeah, just take these out. Yeah, you got 2 of the smaller ones and the trumpet enemy in the middle. Yeah, so I used my base attack on the strongest one. But yeah, sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll just trigger a lot of big damage with your roulette. Right, so out here on this outer ledge, guys. Yes, grab an item. You'll get a recoat, and then up here to the left of the bridge will be a healing tint shard. Grab that, and then carry on across the bridge and engage this enemy at the top. Yeah, so again, it's 1 trumpet enemy and 2 smaller ones. Yeah, I just really like using base attack because you don't have to rely on ability points. So even if you don't have many ability points, you can just still do that really strong attack. And over there was new Pictos, guys. Sweet kill. So grab that Pictos. Grab that Pictos, sweet kill. I'm going to make our way back to that circular area now, guys, where it's kind of like a little roundabout. Yeah, you could make this even stronger if you wanted to bring critical damage into the mix. Yes, we've got quite a lot of Pictos or Luminous which work on critical damage. Like if you bring your health below 50% or 30% or 10%, you'll do like 50% more damage. But I don't want to be doing anything with critical health at the moment. Just because of, obviously, if you're not very good at dodging, you're going to get killed quickly. And it just means I've got to keep taking damage in order to get knocked down into critical health. But yes, back to the roundabout, guys. Take your first left and get that revived tint shard at the end of that narrow path. Come back to the circular roundabout, and I'm going to head in this direction next. Yep, to the south, and you'll find an upper ledge with a large enemy guarding an item. Take him out. You got a Chalia, you got a trumpet enemy, and a smaller one. We're going to smaller one first, then I'll do my base attack on the strongest one to cast defenseless on him. Yeah, when it comes to your base attack, if there's an enemy with like a little tiny bit of HP left, maybe don't waste all that base attack damage on that tiny enemy, as you saw me do there. I mean, if that's your final character's turn, then yes, maybe do that. Yeah, grab that chroma, but if not, just leave him and let the next character kill him with their gun. Yeah, grab the chroma, drop down, come to the fork, go right up this little hill to the closed gate. And near the left, near the top, will be an enemy. 2 smaller enemies and the trumpet guy in the middle. Yeah, and there is a trophy with Verso for getting his rank to S. His rank perfection to S. And it's quite an easy one to do. I mean, you could just stay in the same battle and just keep dodging attacks until it got to S, providing you don't miss. Yes, and grab that chroma, guys. To the right at the gate and come back down to the fork, take the next right, and at the end here we're going to find another Pictos, energizing start 4. Right, so I need to master it, so I'm going to equip that on somebody. There we go. Right, so back to the roundabout, and there should be one path we haven't taken yet, and it's this one here, the one we need to take to progress. So you might have killed these enemies already. I'm just taking them out now. Yeah, if you see like 2 physical enemies on the map and they're close together, chances are when you engage one of them, you're going to be fighting them both. Yeah, so don't think if you see like 2 enemies close, you're going to have to fight one, finish that battle, and then do first strike on the next and fight them. Now, they're normally from the same fight. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, sometimes you see all the enemies actually physically on the battlefield that you're going to be fighting, and sometimes you only see one and the other like 2 will just pop up when the fight begins. Yes, next up, carry on kind of east, southeast, and jump up the ledge. You can go left to a flag, but we want to go this way first because this way is kind of It's just like an optional area, and it eventually loops back to where you was. Yeah, it doesn't really lead anywhere except to some items. So yes, get this flag next. Yes, the fort ruins. Of course, I'm going to upgrade my might a bit more. And just highlight all them skills. Yeah, be careful here. For some reason, you can actually fall off that bridge. I don't know why. Because most of the time, you can't fall off, you know, like ledges. There's like an invisible barrier. But there you can. But go across a handhold on the wall to reach your spot. There's an enemy here, and just on his left, there's a paint spike. So it might be back in here, there, guys, to break that paint spike. See if there's anything good behind it. But yes, take out this trumpet enemy. He's all by himself. So he should go down pretty easy. Right, go past him afterwards, then turn right once you go through this archway. Yeah, turn right, up your steps will be another enemy roaming around on this balcony. Yeah, these Clair enemies, there's like quite a few variants. You've got a great sword one like this guy, you've got one with like an axe, a halberd, and then their attacks change very slightly depending on what one you get. Yes, once you killed him, come out to the balcony, and just on this outer ledge, you'll find a new Pictos, guys, Energizing Death. Yeah, so grab that Pictos, Energizing Death, come in this small room to get a Colour of Lumina. Yeah, I'm just going to equip them, so there's another battle coming up. Yeah, equip that new one, Energizing Death. Right, there we go. Yeah, so down here, you're going to have 3. These 3 are quite strong enemies. It's them Clair enemies, quite strong. So remember, you can shoot their weak point on their face. Like so. See the white dust come from it? Yeah, it's quite hard to hit, actually. You've got like a very small spot you have to hit. I didn't think you could hit it at first. I thought you had to break him. But you can. It's when you see that white cloud. Because at the start of the game, you used to get like a notification that you hit their weak points. But you don't get it anymore. There you go. Yes, try go for that weak point when you use some free aim. Right, hopefully I can get rid of these before they get a go. Right, one more left. I'm sure my Lel can finish him off. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you'll do massive damage just with your free aim. Right, grab that Colour of Lumina once you beat him. Come down here and unlock this lever to unlock that gate. Just take us back to this spot from earlier. Now it's going to make our way back to that main path where we jumped up the 2 ledges. We're going to go left instead, across a bridge to the next flag. And we're almost at the end of the video. It's got a very small stretch to make. Yeah, just one little stretch remaining. Yeah, so up here will be another flag. Yep, the Vanguard point. So level up might if I can. Yeah, so once you've done so, come over here to this gold pillar. Make your way down it. And I'm going to go across this battlefield. So on the right here, it's quite hard to find this one. But if you break these crates, there's an item behind it. Yep, so energy tint shard, very, very hard to see that one. I don't think I've used any tint shards yet at all. Right, here's another enemy. Going to take him out. Right, so I'm going to get smaller guys first as normal. Yeah, always pick on the smaller guys first, guys. Yep. That's nice, got rid of him in one attack. Nice when that happens, when you just get perfect roll off roulette and you do massive damage. Yeah, at the moment damage is capped at 10,000 unfortunately, but later we will get a Pictos, guys, where we can exceed that 10,000 damage cap. Now it's going to carry on to the next fork. We'll talk to that NPC later. It's going to go left at the fork to this next flag, guys, and I'm going to make a save, and that'll be it. So this is a battlefield flag. It's going to upgrade my attributes and then rest, and that'll be it for that video, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on part 9 tomorrow.